Uh, Happy birthday to me. Next month, almost exactly, on December 17th is my 19th birthday. I was born in 1995, and on December 17th of 1995, some of the top five hit songs were Named by the Goo Goo Dolls, One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey, Fantasy by Mariah Carey, Coolio by Gangsta's Paradise, and Exhale by Whitney Houston. Mariah Carey had two of the top five hits. Everyone really just loved her music, and we still know who she is today. Um, and let's see here. Some of the movies that were released in the month of December for 1995 were Dead Man Walking, Jumanji, 12 Monkeys, and Heat. Now, Jumanji is still a movie that I'll watch to this day if I see it on TV. I kind of guessed that it came out around that time, but it was still really well done for its time period. Now, 1 month before my birthday in November of 1995, Toy Story actually came out. And I always just kind of assumed Toy Story came out around 2000 or 2001, but I had no idea that it was about the same age as I am. I've loved all of the sequels, and it's really just a great movie. Let's see here. Now, if we're going to broaden our time frame a little bit to include the entire year of 1995, there were another couple of movies that I was really surprised to see in this year, like Apollo 13, Pocahontas, Goldeneye, and Die Hard. I've heard of all of these movies. Most of them have a sequel that's newer, but I've seen all of them. Let's see here. And Apollo 13 that came out this year actually started the popular phrase, Houston, we have a problem, or at least made it more common. It was actually sent from Apollo 13 to Houston, Texas, and the film that won an Oscar this year was Braveheart. Now, some of the most popular TV shows this year were ER, Home Improvement, Friends, and 60 Minutes. Home Improvement I used to always watch in the mornings, before I went to school or just whenever it was on, and I really liked it, but I haven't seen it really recently at all. I'm pretty sure it got taken off TV. But Friends was a classic in 1995, and it's still a classic today. It's hard to meet anyone these days who hasn't at least seen the show, and I've really yet to meet anyone who disliked it. Now, some of the popular music from the whole year of 1995 were Take a Bow from Madonna, let's see here, This Is How We Do It, from Jordan Montel, which is I don't know how I forgot about that song because it was so repetitive, and it just kind of sticks in your head for a long time, but I forgot about it until I was doing this assignment. And then also You Are Not Alone by Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson, much like Whitney Houston, have both passed away. It's really tragic, but we have so much to thank them for, especially their music. It's really been inspirational, and they were such talented musicians. Some other things that happened this year were that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio opened up. Now, I used to live in a small town outside of Cleveland, and I drove by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a lot. So it was really interesting news to me that it came out or that it opened at least in 1995. Other things that happened were that Starbucks released their first Frappuccino in this year, and they've come such a long way since then. For example, in my business class that I'm taking, we actually had a topic about how they were taking eggnog off of their menus as a seasonal drink, and there was a lot of negative feedback from the customers. Even though they have so many drinks on the menu, it really just it goes to show how much they've come and expanded their menu since they started out. Now, in the sports world of 1995, the Atlanta Braves won the World Series. The San Francisco 49ers won the Super Bowl. The New Jersey Devils won the Stanley Cup. And the NBA championships were won by the Houston Rockets. I don't know much about sports, but I'm pretty familiar with most of those teams. Anyway, some other facts about 1995 were that Heather Whitestone from Alabama won the Miss America title, and Chelsea Smith and Shanna Moakler from New York won the Miss USA title. This year wasn't all great, though. One unfortunate event happened where 168 people were killed by Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nicholas in Oklahoma City, Timothy McVeigh actually had a truck filled with explosives, and he was protesting and drove the truck to a government building, left the scene, fled to safety, and then the truck detonated, destroying not only the government building but also a nearby daycare that killed 19 children. It was really such a tragic incident. And then some of the other deaths were that Jerry Garcia, he was a musician, he died of heart failure. Now to lighten the mood a little bit, science actually had a breakthrough right after the 4th of July, where Dolly, a cloned sheep, was created, and she actually ended up living 4 years, which was such a big step for the field of science. And interesting enough, Match.com actually started this year in 1995. So my sister actually met her husband on an online dating website. So it's weird to think about that it's been around since that long, or since for so long, because we don't really think of online dating as something we would do for most of us. But you never know, so maybe I'll have to try it out. Anyway, there were a lot of crazy things that happened in this year, and I was really glad that I got a chance to check it out, because you don't remember any of the stuff from the year you were born. And it was nice to just learn about what kind of music there was, and learn all about the different movies that I watched growing up. So thanks for listening, guys.